Maybe some showers and thunderstorms in here after midnight. It looks like the 68 for an overnight low, a little bit above average, and the airport officially recorded 10 inches of rain. That not only brought us to a new monthly rainfall record for July, also gave us a new 24-hour rainfall record, and the rains that fell yesterday were a new daily record for July, what was that, the 23rd. Boy, you lose track of time when you're up all night with the system. Anyway,
sewers backed up, creeks overflowed, nerves shattered.
I'm standing in the hood of the 1987 Saab.
Cars and buses were quickly abandoned in favor of boats. Those who were forced out of their homes were given shelter by the Red Cross. Assessing the damage will take days, if not weeks. Early estimates run into the millions of dollars. What can't be measured in this aftermath is the spirit of cooperation among neighbors, even among strangers. Tonight, things are getting back to normal. Authorities credit early storm warnings and a lot of cool heads with keeping deaths and injuries to a minimum. Kevin Burns, Channel 9 News, in the Twin Cities.
As we mentioned earlier, 2 people are confirmed dead following the storm. In Hopkins, the body of a man was recovered in a creek shortly after 5 this morning. 27-year-old David Deal of Minnetonka apparently drowned after he got out of his stranded car and was swept away by floodwaters.
On the ground, you'll hear the sound of recovery. Those who can fix up their homes are. Those who can't are moving somewhere temporarily. Everywhere, everyone is picking up bits and pieces of each other's homes.
But the fun thing about it is that when you got some garbage, you just throw it out.
Teams of building inspectors and insurance adjusters are moving from house to house.
The nails and the 2x4s in my bedroom popped right through the wall.
The cleanup work is hot, and local kids are having a field day with the Kool-Aid stands, while here and there small groups are gathering to gawk at the powers of Mother Nature. This roof came from a garage 2 blocks away.
It probably crossed that house right there and just else came between the homes. And just kind of whipped around and landed in our front yard.
Joy Snyder found someone's canoe in her backyard, and that was just a start.
We have a cherry tree in our backyard now, which we don't know where that came from, but that's nowhere near where we are, and we've lost 3 apple trees out of our yard. They're gone.
As in the case of many disasters, the people caught in this one are able to find humor and optimism among the rubble.
It tends to draw everybody together in a neighborhood when you have a disaster like this. I think everybody helps everybody. I think it gives a nice warm feeling about the whole neighborhood.
It's just one more thing to bond us together even better, but it's a real good neighborhood anyway.
Maureen Reeder, Channel 9 News.
Governor Rudy Perpich has declared a state of emergency following the fierce storm.
Waist deep or more. If it wouldn't have been 5 minutes later, we would have never made it out of there.
As the waters continue to recede, more and more cars continue to show up. In fact, so many cars got stuck last night, and the water was so deep and so dirty that for a while this morning, a couple of owners could not agree on whose car it was bobbing on 494.
Jody Wood's car reappeared this morning. Last night, with rain falling and water rising, she was among dozens of drivers with nowhere to go.
It was a mess. There was cars under the bridge stuck. There was cars making U-turns to go back up. There was a semi stuck at the top of the off-ramp. It was a mess.
A mess may not be the word for it. By late afternoon, cars were still under the water on 494 at Bush Lake Road. Not to mention boats and trailers. Even truck drivers doing record business were ready to call it quits.
What do you like better, towing in rain or in snow?
Snow.
Snow or water, January or July, the sights were similar today, but at least after a blizzard you can plow the snow. In July, you can only wait. With photographer Jim Connor, Steve Goodspeed, Channel 9 News, the Twin Cities.
And it was anything but normal at AAA today. The emergency car service company was overwhelmed with phone calls from people.
Lewis doubts he can